Did REWE do that in a such more serious way than many other large corporations? So very often you have a setup, you have like a digital unit with like 50 developers and they develop some tools. But the way REWE did it was so much more serious. You invest in innovation through so many different formats and initiatives. And what are the thoughts behind it? What is the strategy, and why do you treat it so much more seriously than so many other really large organizations?
Yeah, maybe if I start from the very beginning on when I was asked to work for that company, and I'm pretty much out of the, let's say, startup world and did a few startups in my former life. I was asked from the top management of the REWE Group, could you please help us to digitize the company as such? They made a bad experience in 2012 and 13 when one of the, let's say, not really largest, but one of the big electronic vendors went more or less out of business. Such a large group typically pays a lot of money to get this sorted, and then they have realized it's not only offline stores, it's not only for a customer having nothing online. And so then we began this journey. And as large enterprises, they typically do it. And if they really have understood what they're doing, they invest from the beginning on. We were 4 people in the very beginning. Linda joined, I think, I don't know.
Quite early on.
Quite early on, yes. And we grew like hell, to be honest. And with that, I'm a tech guy working at that time as a CTO for that company. I was pushing really hard with some ideas. Typically, in such an environment, we are a cooperative. Nobody really understood what was going on. But they realized in the market, things are changing quite heavily. As it's now, by the way, I typically propose every 10 to 15 years major changes in technology. With AI, the next big thing is coming up. And at these days, it was about the digitalization landscape. Technologically, it was all about microservices and these things and bigger components. And that was the reason why we have invested in those things.